what a Super Bowl would mean for each remaining NFL team's legacy. The NFL playoffs are down to their final 4 teams: the Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, Philadelphia Eagles, and Washington Commanders. Each one of these franchises has a chance to etch their name deeper into NFL history, and for some, a Super Bowl victory would redefine their legacy entirely. Let's break down what winning the Lombardi Trophy would mean for each of these teams. Starting with the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs are chasing history. A third consecutive Super Bowl title would place them in uncharted territory, making them the first team to ever pull off such a feat, winning 3 in a row. Patrick Mahomes, already a 2-time MVP, would elevate his status even further. A 4th ring at just 29 years old would leave Patrick tied with Joe Montana's entire career of Super Bowl wins. And if you compare a 29-year-old Mahomes to a 29-year-old Tom Brady, they are currently tied at 3 rings apiece. A 4th ring this year, Patrick would have more than Brady at the same age of 29 and just 3 away from Tom's 7 in his totality. Also, just a thought, Brady kinda went dark in terms of Super Bowl wins for a whole decade after his first 3. After his 2005 win, we didn't see another one until 2015, then 2017, and then he grabbed some insane ones at ages 41 and 43. I'm not suggesting 100% for sure that Mahomes will have the same longevity as Brady, but what I am saying is I don't know if Mahomes will go dark for a whole decade like Brady would. Mahomes could have a large opportunity to grab even more rings in the next 10 years, making it easier for him to catch up to Brady's 7 sooner. But again, there's a lot of parity in the NFL, so this could be it. He's got to seize the opportunity while he has it. Now's a good time to start. The initial point I'm trying to get at is Mahomes' GOAT conversation. He's already in so many people's top 10s, many people's top 5s. I think 3 in a row would put him 1-2. Like, he would be the LeBron James of the NFL to Tom Brady's Michael Jordan. And yeah, that might be a controversial opinion because he still wouldn't have as much rings, but we're seeing his prime unfold right now. We kind of know what his peak talent is, and the dude is very talented. Besides quality over quantity, Peyton Manning only has 2 rings and he shows up in a ton of NFL quarterback GOAT debates. Besides, Mahomes proven he could adapt. This Chiefs team is not like the first 2 Super Bowl winning teams. This roster in this season was not without its challenges. The Chiefs defense, while statistically solid, has shown vulnerabilities, especially against mobile quarterbacks like Josh Allen. Despite this, the Chiefs have proven time and time again that their winning formula is unstoppable when it matters most. Head coach Andy Reid has led them to 7 consecutive AFC Championship games, and their ability to stay dominant in a league built for parity is astonishing. Adding another Lombardi Trophy would cement the Chiefs' era as one of the greatest dynasties in NFL history. And speaking of a mobile quarterback like Josh Allen, let's discuss the Buffalo Bills. For the Buffalo Bills, a Super Bowl win would be more than just a championship. It would be an emotional cleansing of decades worth of heartbreak, known for their infamous 4 straight Super Bowl losses back in the 90s. And it's true that scars don't heal, but they do fade, and a chip this season would definitely help those scars fade. For quarterback Josh Allen specifically, this could be the moment that propels him from one of the elite talents of the NFL to one of the legends of the NFL. His dual threat ability has carried the Bills through tough matchups, even matchups that weren't in their entire roster's favor, as many of the critics for this team has questioned his supporting cast. Winning it all would solidify Allen's place as one of the premier quarterbacks of his generation. Heck, just look at this season alone and all the adversity the team has overcome. They had so many challenges. Their win against the Ravens highlighted their resilience. For example, Taylor Rapp got injured in the second quarter against the Ravens, but the team still found a way to persevere. As for their season as a whole, this is their 5th season they went at the top of their division. That's no easy feat, even in a weaker division. And weaker is relative. The Dolphins are still there, and that's a pretty solid opponent. With all this being said, we can't get ahead of ourselves. There are concerns that linger over their banged-up secondary and occasional defensive lapses. Head coach Sean McDermott has been criticized for conservative play calling in the past playoff exits, but this season he has embraced a more aggressive approach. If Buffalo can finally get over the Kansas City Chiefs-shaped hump, they'd be one step closer to rewriting their franchise's legacy from almost to officially a champion. Moving on, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles have a chance to further establish themselves as one of the NFL's modern powerhouses. A Super Bowl victory would give them their 2nd title in 8 years, a feat that few franchises could even claim to celebrate, especially in such a short span. For Jalen Hurts, this is an opportunity to silence the critics and cement his place as one of the league's most underappreciated quarterbacks. Despite battling injuries and health concerns, Hurts has shown resilience this postseason. Let's hope Hurts is no longer hurt, no pun intended. To get back on topic, much of the Eagles' success should be awarded to Saquon Barkley, for he has been a force of nature in this playoffs. His 205-yard game against the Rams was historic and further underscored Philadelphia's commitment to a dominant ground ground game. On defense, the Eagles have been relentless, boasting a 6+ turnover differential this postseason. Which reminds me of a really underrated cornerback we should be discussing. Players like Quinyon Mitchell is set to return, and his ability to dominate the trenches remains unmatched. If Philadelphia can hoist the Lombardi Trophy again, they'll solidify their reputation as a team built to win in any era, combining old-school toughness with modern versatility. And while this part of the speculation might be too early to say, there is potential we could see a Chiefs versus Eagles rematch, and if they have an opportunity to take revenge, that would also add to their legacy to overcome an opponent who knows how to beat them and vice versa. But again, that all depends on if they face and if the Eagles can win once they face. And last but certainly not least is the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are the Cinderella story of this postseason, a team that many critics dismissed as pretenders who are too young to be at this spot, but this squad proved they belong, thanks in large part to rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels. Daniels has been a revelation, showing poise beyond his years and making history as the first rookie quarterback to win 2 road playoff games. His ability to handle blitzes and make big plays has been instrumental in Washington's surprising run. A Super Bowl victory would be monumental for this franchise, making their first championship since 1991. Daniels was just announced as the PFWA Rookie of the Year, which is great, but I'm sure he's eyeing a bigger reward, which is the Super Bowl and of course the Super Bowl MVP. No starting rookie quarterback has ever won a Super Bowl or even played in a Super Bowl as a starter. He could break history here. And yes, there's been second or third string QBs as rookies or as young guys, but we're talking a QB starter. He just turned 24 last December, as he was born December 18th in the year 2000. So technically, he wouldn't be the youngest quarterback ever to start a Super Bowl, as Dan Marino started one at the age of 23, but if he wins, he will still be the first rookie, which is historical. And one of my favorite facts about his rookie season is that he had a 69% completion percentage. Head coach Dan Quinn deserves a lot of credit transforming this team into a contender, blending both veteran leadership with young talent. The Commanders' defense has been opportunistic, forcing 6 takeaways in the playoffs, and their run game has come alive at the perfect time. Winning it all would not only validate their bold moves, but also position Daniels as a potential face of the league's future, not just the franchise, but the entire NFL league. He could be the one to fill the Tom Brady-sized hole. For Washington, this could be the start of a new chapter in their storied, albeit tumultuous, history. Each of these teams has a unique narrative and legacy on the line, making this one of the most intriguing NFL Final Fours in recent memory. Will the Chiefs continue their historic dominance? Can the Bills finally erase decades of heartbreak? Will the Eagles solidify their modern dynasty aspirations? Or will the Commanders' underdog story end with a fairy tale finish? No matter who lifts the Lombardi Trophy, this year's Super Bowl will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact on the NFL's history. Let me know who you think's gonna win it all. Don't forget to tackle that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on. I'm Touchdown Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.